Hey YouTube, hope everyone's having a great weekend. I kind of wanted to start out this video by introducing a new series where I take a look at different companies and stocks that I own or that are on my watch list and kind of go more in depth into them, giving you guys different things such as their financials and different trends to look at, and then my personal opinion on the company. So hopefully it helps with your purchasing or selling decisions. But once again, always do your own research, and always invest in what you know and are passionate about, because then it just makes everything more fun. So yeah, I wanted to start out the series by talking about Planet Fitness. As you guys know, I own 20 shares of this company, currently 6.5% of my total portfolio. So I started buying this stock around the same time last year. So at first I bought 10 shares around that $26 price point, and then another 5 about a week later. And yeah, it's just grown to over $50 now per share. And I purchased 5 shares, 5 more shares earlier this week, since it was trending sideways for a little bit. But yeah, I think it's a great company. Kind of give you guys a little more background on it. So Planet Fitness, they're one of the largest growing gym franchisees in the United States. And the whole premise with them is their judgment-free zone, where it doesn't matter how fit you are, what age you are, whoever you may be, you belong to Planet Fitness. It's kind of creating a safe environment for you to exercise, lift, whatever it may be, so you're not being intimidated by people that are twice your size or grunting, things like that you kind of think of when people go to gyms. Kind of more into what makes them successful. So they offer 2 different types of memberships. So there's a $10 membership where for $10 a month you can go to one gym and then work out however much you want, and then their Planet Fitness Black Card for $21.99 a month. Kind of get more perks with that. You can visit any Planet Fitness gym location. You can bring guests in. You get use of their tanning facilities, their hydro massage, things like that. Half price off their drinks and different equipment. So a couple more perks. But you think about their memberships, they're much cheaper than other ones from other gyms like a LA Fitness or a Lifetime, where you're spending $50, $60, $70 a month. And a lot of these people gotta ask themselves, is it worth it? Especially for, I think, most of Planet Fitness clientele, where they go to the gym once or twice a week kind of thing. And for $10 they're not really going to cancel their membership because it's cheap enough where they could just maintain it and keep paying that fee every month. Kind of comparable to like a Netflix or a Spotify subscription, where $10, even if you don't watch Netflix for a couple weeks at a time, you're not going to really cancel your membership because it seems like it's going to be a bigger pain more often than not. But yeah, kind of more into Planet. They have different things like free pizza Mondays, which is kind of counterintuitive when you think about gyms, but smart at the same time because it's keeping people healthy enough but not healthy as other gyms. So it's kind of locking them in within that gym because they like the free pizza Mondays, but they're still at the gym, so they feel good about it, kind of thing. So that's kind of what keeps them successful on that end. So I kind of wanted to go more into their Q2 results that they reported back on August 9th. So their revenue increased 31% year over year compared to Q2 2017. Their operating income increased 28%, and their earnings per share increased 81% from 16 cents to 29 cents. So big jump in EPS there. Love to see the double-digit revenue growth, especially for a high-growth company like Planet. They're expanding their locations like crazy. And even their CEO said during this press release, our second quarter results reaffirmed that Planet Fitness is a high-growth company. So they also mentioned that their System-wide same-store sales increased by 10.2%. They opened up 44 new locations during Q2 2018 and a total of 205 locations over the past year. So clearly they are in growth mode. They're expanding, doing really well. Another thing I wanted to mention is that they make a lot of their money from their equipment renewal sales. So basically these franchisees are locked into 10-year terms where every 5 years they get to renew their equipment, and Planet clearly profits from things like that. The gyms are always getting the newest equipment possible, customers obviously winning on that end. And the franchisees are happy, so they're getting a new gym basically with their equipment, and they're keeping people going. So kind of something else I wanted to mention is that over 90% of their new locations that they opened are by current franchise owners. So that's awesome to see, because someone owns one gym and they see it's successful, they're going to want to open more than one, and then another one, and so goes on. As well as I wanted to mention that a lot of their gyms are in lower income and more urban neighborhoods, which is a great opportunity because of their affordable price point, giving them that chance to do that, which you don't really see with the higher end gyms. You don't see them as much in more downtown, urban, or lower income neighborhoods, if at all. So definitely a big untapped opportunity there for Planet, as well as their international growth. I know they've been looking to expand in different continents. I know they opened up a location in Panama earlier in the year, and they're looking at South America and potentially even Europe and Asia. So people all over the world want to stay healthy, they want to stay fit, and they don't want to pay much. So it's kind of locking people in the system, which is awesome to see from a business like this. I'm sure they have really high retention rates, and people are going and they're happy about it. So kind of other trends I wanted to mention are that a lot of their locations, for those of you guys that live near Planet Fitness locations, they've kind of bought out all these like old brick and mortar, JCPenney and Sears locations, where they're expanding in those areas because it's just kind of blank and empty parking lots at this point. So giving local communities a chance to have a gym provides jobs, and that's always good to see. As well as they're expanding their presence into malls. You think of like the mall of today, it's kind of more breweries, more restaurants, boutiques, like higher end clothing stores, and then Planet wants to be a part of that as well. So that's awesome to see. So just I always follow trends of companies like that. It's good to see that they have good things going for them. Other than that, my personal thoughts on the company, I don't have a Planet Fitness membership, but I know people that do, and they love it. They go there and they go run for an hour, whatever it may be, and it's not like they're hardcore gym nuts or anything like that, but for $10 a month and you get a gym membership, it's worth it over the other options that are available. But I'd be amiss if I didn't mention some risks or threats in this industry as well. You kind of think about all the different gyms that are out there. There's other budget gyms kind of popping up. You got CrossFit, and then you got the big players as well that I mentioned. So definitely they're trying to ward off things like that, but I think Planet has really good marketing. I always see their commercials on TV or on the radio. They were actually a sponsor for the New Year's Eve ball drop in Times Square last year. So people have come to know more about them, and they're becoming a big presence around the United States and hopefully internationally in the future. So I definitely plan on holding these stocks and potentially purchasing more. Honestly, my opinion, I think they're going to reach $60 easily by the end of this year. I think they're going to continue to show good growth. Some good trends are coming up, which I mentioned in my earlier video, such as the New Year's Eve resolutions and things like that. People that didn't necessarily get their summer body and now want to get in shape. So, at an affordable price, higher awareness, more locations. I think that they have a lot of good things going for them. So, once again, earnings are coming up in November. So yeah, high growth company. Kind of see their week performance here. Their month, they're down, which is why I purchased another 5 shares. But yeah, almost 15% up the last 3 months. 98% up the last year, and 305% over the last 5 years, which they IPO'd in July 2015. So outperforming the S&P 500 for sure, and doing really well. So that's just kind of my rough and dirty on Planet Fitness. Let me know what you guys think about this stock. Let me know what you guys think about this format. Just kind of going more in depth into different companies. Anything you feel that I should include or talk too much about, so just let me know. Just kind of wanted to help out new investors out there, casual investors. We're going to be owning a couple dozen of these shares in our portfolios. We're not institutional investors, nothing like that, but whatever helps is good, and just providing more knowledge on different companies I think is very helpful, and I just want to kind of share my knowledge on it. So hope everyone has a great weekend. Look forward to put out more of these types of videos on the other companies in my portfolio. And yeah, happy investing. So I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.